Muhammad was a white guy who owned slaves. Preposterous, you say? I'll say it again. According to Muslim sources, Muhammad was one of the whitest kids you know. Having sour cream with soul food and rice cakes with peanut butter, he bought and traded women and African slaves, teaching his followers to do the same. The Muslim sources repeatedly brag about Muhammad being a white guy, with a handsome white face and hairs, the whiteness of his cheeks, the whiteness of his armpits, the whiteness of his thighs, the whiteness of his legs, the whiteness of his abdomen, the whiteness of his forearms. Hey, who among you is Muhammad? This white guy. He's so white, if he went missing and they put him on a carton of milk, it'd be empty. He's so white, he could outmaneuver Where's Waldo. If police were to draw up a sketch for you to identify a man caught with a child bride, they'd enter the room and say, "Have you seen this man?" Now, since the 7th century, Islam has been the biggest proponent of slavery across Africa and Arabia. 6 out of 10 black slaves died from the Islamic castration centers. Even today, black people are derided as abed, or abid, meaning slave or slaves. But this all began thanks to the command of Allah, and Islam's pinnacle of moral white guys. Whomever your right hand possesses in captivity, you can have relations with, even if they're still married. Muhammad had slave girls of his own, some of whom he complained about Aisha not selling rather than setting free. He frequently refused opportunities for emancipation. Slaves were often displayed in mosques, and Muhammad had his own personal slave tailor. Black slaves were treated half as valuable as white or Muslim slaves, even considered as animals. Muhammad even referred to Ethiopians with derogatory language, and after one of his slaves was hit with an arrow, the people exclaimed, "You will go to paradise." But Muhammad said no. Is it any wonder why the Islamic slave trade still thrives today? Or why Muhammad said Satan looks like a black man? And is it any wonder why those who refer to Muhammad as black were killed?